Welcome back to Just Scribble. Today was my kiddo's first day of school. He started second grade today, and I wanted to do a quick little flip through of his planner that he's using and show you kind of how we have it set up. I will be doing some other more detailed videos on this planner in the future, and I know that it is going to kind of morph and progress over time, but I wanted to show you how we were using it these first 2 weeks because we are distance learning for the first 2 weeks, and then we will be in person. And although we plan to use this planner throughout the school year, we are using it slightly different right now to help facilitate the distance learning. And so I just kind of wanted to show you what we had done and how we were using it. This will be a really quick video, but I thought it might give you guys some ideas on getting started for a planner for yourself. My kiddo is 7. He just turned 7 last week. Since he is 7, navigating distance learning is a little bit difficult and requires some adult interaction. And so the goal of this planner is to help him be able to do a lot of it on his own as he transitions between his different courses or goes from Google Classroom to Google Classroom throughout the day. So the cover of this planner that we're using is actually an ARC cover from Staples. I had already owned this. I had gotten it on clearance, and so it was super inexpensive. It's just a black kind of faux leather cover. It has a pocket on the inside on the left side and a pen loop on the inside on the right hand side. And then I did take the discs off that were on it, and I put on some disc agenda discs because I just like them better. They're metal and the papers slide a lot better on them. In the inside pocket, he has his summer assignment that he had to do so that he will have it ready when it is time to share that with his teacher. And then we made some sections. So I'm going to move this out of the way for a second. We have a notepad in here for him to use for paper as he needs it during distance learning. But we made sections with tabs, and so all I did was take some super cute notebook style paper that I got from Michael's that was 12 by 12, and I cut it down and laminated it and punched it with my Happy Punch. And then I made labels with my Dymo label maker and stuck them on post-it note repositionable tabs. And so he has 8 sections in here right now. The first section is his schedule. And this is the one that he spends most of his time in at this point. This schedule one will change once he's in person, and how we're going to use it is going to change. But for right now, its purpose is to help facilitate him going from class to class in Google Classroom and allow him to do that independently as much as possible. And so what we did, or what I did, was I took this half letter sheet. This is a letter size Discbound planner, so you don't have to cut down things that you print out from school or assignment papers and things like that. And so I had these half letter sheets. They are from the Big Happy Planner. They're half sheets that had Monday through Sunday on them, and these are what we are using for his schedule. But we didn't need the days of the week. We needed class times. And so all I did was take some washi tape. This is MT washi tape. That's the one I'm using because it kind of looks cute and coordinates. And I merely covered the days of the week so that we didn't notice them. And then I went through and wrote the time of each session that he has. The first 3 days this week are a little bit easier, and so there's less on them. As we progress through the week and through next week, he will have more information on here than he does currently. But I just went time by time when each class started, and I color coded it to match the color of the Google Classroom on his iPad. So when he logs into Google Classroom, he sees colors for homeroom, social studies, PE, art, Spanish, religion, etc. And so the color that I used of my Click Art pens, so these are what I used, matches the color of the classroom that he has to access. And that way he can match the color easily and find it on his own. And then I also put in brackets the name of the classroom so that he could find it that way as well. And so he has the times that he needs to get onto each one. He has his recess and lunch marked differently and his independent activities marked differently. And so he can actually navigate through the day, and he knows how to get into Google Classroom when that time is and log in on his own. So this is tomorrow, Tuesdays, which is the day this video will go up. And this was today's, Mondays. And so each day I will make one. His teacher does have a schedule, which we have in here with more information in it on how long each class should take and notes about each one. but he doesn't need all that information. He really just needs the time and which Google Classroom to get into. That's what he needs to navigate. And so this is our short, easy way for him to do it. After that, we have a passwords section, and this has his login information for getting into everything. It is the same username and password for everything in his Google Classroom and all of his other apps. And so he has that in here. It is stored in his iPad, but that way, just in case for some reason he has to enter it, he has it easily accessible. And then I have cheat sheets for Google Classroom and other emails that I've gotten just so that they're all together related to passwords and logins. The next section he has is for assignments. We don't have anything in here right now, but this will be where we would put long-term assignments or printables that I need to print out from the teacher related to assignments and things like that. And then he has his monthly calendar. This is a printable from Roro Designs. She has my favorite Discbound printables. She has non-Discbound as well. They're just really well done, very clean and easy to use. And so we have August all set up and decorated with some decor just to help keep him on target and so that I don't forget different things that I need to attend related to his schooling as well. And then we started to set up September, and so we will go through and we will decorate that and set up the rest of the months as well. Most of the stickers on here are Happy Planner, but the month and the day stickers are Chrissy Ann Designs, and we love those. So those are what we're going to be using for all the months of the year, which we have printed in here. The next section is a reading log section. This is something I may create with you guys, but I'm going to be creating an AR reading log for him to keep track of the books he's read and the AR tests that he has done. And so that is what is going to go here. I haven't created it yet, so if that's something you guys are interested in, we could do that on a video together, but I do have that there ready for him. The next section has sight words. These were his kindergarten sight words, and these were his first grade sight words, and these are his second grade sight words. And so we have printouts of each one of them so that he can go through them and practice them and make sure that he can read all of them independently and on his own. The next section is a supplies section. This section is more for me. It has information on the school supplies that we need to make sure we take with us that are labeled and all of that when we go back in person in 2 weeks. And then it also has information about his uniform that he has to have when he goes back in person. And then the last section, which I can't share with you because it has a lot of private information in it, is a safety section. It is a section that has all of the safety protocols that our school has done for in person so that we could make sure that we knew everything that they had done and all of the things that we needed to change in drop off, pick up, his lunch packing, all of that to ensure that we were following all of the new safety regiments because of the pandemic. And then in the back, we just have a clear folder that has some plain paper in it so that he has it while he is distance learning and he can get it himself. So if he needs plain paper without any lines on it, he grabs it from there. And if he needs lined paper, he is grabbing it just from this notepad for now because that was easier to keep in here and to keep together, and he can easily tear these pages off as needed. It's a little bit easier for him than a spiral notebook or loose leaf paper that just falls everywhere. So that is my quick little flip through of his planner. It is not too terribly thick, but it does have a lot of information in it. And once we take out these papers, when we're no longer doing distance learning and he's in person, it will be thinner. He is carrying this with him around the house or out of the house while he's doing distance learning in his backpack so that he has it with him at all times. But once he's in person, he will not be taking this to school with him. It's going to stay on our kitchen table so that he can check his calendar each day. He can check his schedule. He can check when assignments are due, where he is on his reading log. He can check the lunch menu and all of that kind of stuff. So it will transition as we go through the school year, but this is the setup for right now for our distance learning. And so I wanted to do just a quick video with you guys to share that with you in case you have a kiddo that is especially younger, that is distance learning, and you're wanting to help them do it as independently as possible. We have found that this little schedule section has really been quite helpful, and he's able to navigate fairly well on his own as long as we tell him what time it is or he has a clock nearby where he can check the time. So if you have any questions about my quick little video on his planner setup, please don't hesitate to comment below and I will get back with you. I will definitely do some follow-up videos. If there's anything particular you want to see, let me know. If you have any suggestions of things to add, let me know that as well. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and don't forget to just scribble.